Hey, what's up? It's Hugo here. Today I'm going to show you how to set an alarm clock, a timer, or a stopwatch on your Mac. Now we're going to do this with a little application called Alarm Clock, and this application was created by Robbie Hansen, I think his name is, and it's totally free. It's not even a trial, it's just a 100% free application. So go ahead and download it right here. I'll leave a link to this webpage in the description. You can go ahead and download it from this webpage. I'll go ahead and download and install that into your applications folder and launch up the application. Now once you start off the application, you'll probably get a little pop-up asking you if you want to take a tour of the software or the application. But you can go ahead and click no on that if you're watching this video, because I'll probably already kind of show you all the basic features that this application has. Now it does not appear in your dock, but it does appear in your menu bar. And from there on, you can set a new alarm, a new timer, a new stopwatch, and you can even go ahead and check in the preferences. Now in the preferences, you might want to check them out before setting anything, any alarm or whatsoever. You have a few different settings on how loud and the snooze duration, kill alarm after a certain amount of time. Easy wake, which is a pretty cool way of waking you up. It kind of starts very softly, the alarm, and then it progressively gets louder and louder, so it's not as like rough of a wake up than normal alarms. Then you also have some advanced options here. Wake computer from sleep, which is by default it's unticked. Now if you tick it, you will have to insert your password, and I highly recommend you do this in case your Mac will go to sleep. It will automatically wake it up for you and launch up the alarm. Obviously you don't want to miss your alarm if it's for something important, for example. And here you have keyboard behavior. Now by default it says press any key to snooze, but personally by the time I get out of bed and to my computer, I'm already awake, so I don't need to snooze anything. I just stop it. And you can even use your Apple remote that you get with a lot of Macs, including MacBooks, to disable it from your bed, which is pretty cool. And of course launch application at login, which is a very basic feature. And of course you have the software updates. Now let's go ahead and start making a new alarm by clicking new alarm in the menu bar. And from here you have a few options. Of course the time, default settings for an alarm, and then you can also make it repeating on certain days, whatever days you want it to repeat on. And you can also do one time and exactly tell which day you want the alarm to get off, which is pretty cool. Of course you can enable and disable the alarm. Now in the second tab here called alarm, you can go ahead and choose the tune that it's going to use to wake you up. Now by default the source is set to library. Of course you can change that, but this is your iTunes library, so any songs that you have in your iTunes library, you can use those to wake up. So I'd of course recommend choosing something rather calm. So we're going to go ahead and go with this song here, and you can go ahead and click on play to kind of give you a preview on how it sounds. If you think it's too rough, you might want to change to something more calm. And of course you have a little search field where you can just search for any of your favorite songs, and then you can again enable easy wake, which I already talked about, and go ahead and click OK, and there you go, you have your alarm set. And as you can see, when you click on the icon in the menu bar, you'll see that the alarm is activated. Now you also have new timer and new stopwatch. Now these are fairly easy or straightforward. Just name the timer to whatever you want, so we'll just call it timer, and then set the amount of time. So for example, in 10 minutes you want it to go off, and then you want to choose always on top or use alarm volume, which is pretty loud. The alarm volume is really loud compared to all the rest of your applications, so you want to be careful not to put it too loud, maybe if you're sleeping next to your computer. And always on top just means that wherever applications you have running, your timer will always be at the top, which is now the case. So if I open up my browser here, you can see that the alarm stays on the top, which is can be pretty handy. Of course it's optional. You can go ahead and pause it, reset it, and even edit it straight from the timer. You don't need to go back into the menu bar, which is pretty cool. So that's for the timers. And you have the stopwatch, which of course is really even simpler. Just do stopwatch, name it to whatever you want, and you can just it will stop, and you can lab, split. So it's a pretty advanced stopwatch actually, if you think of it. It does not do the hundredths of second. It just does seconds. So it's not really precise. It's not like you're gonna use your Mac at the World Olympics or something. So you have other stopwatches for that, but it's still a pretty cool feature that has been included into the app. And of course again, it's 100% free, no trial whatsoever. It's just you can have it forever. and I thought it was a really cool app, and I didn't see any videos, very good videos on YouTube about it, and I thought, you know, might be a cool video on how to set your alarm, timer, or stopwatch on your Mac. I'll take it out for watching. Be sure to check out my new channel that I've started recently, by the way. It's called Stuff for Your Mac, where I show you where to get all tons of cool free Mac applications and games. And it's 100% free. All the stuff I show on that channel are freebies, and it's pretty cool if you are into that. I'll take it out for watching once again. You can go ahead and follow me on Facebook, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and circle me on Google Plus if you haven't already. Be sure to check out my 2 latest videos. And once again, I'll thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.